Get used to seeing them Browns in the playoffs every year. Get used to them seeing advancing far, if not winning the whole damn thing. That's the great thing about having no pressure on you. We lose, we're expected to lose. We win, guess what? We shock the motherfucking world. And guess what? We got a franchise quarterback, a franchise head coach, franchise running backs, franchise receivers. You may say they're not. Jarvis Landry, who? Anyone else want him? I love him. The guy's fucking hard as nails. He's franchised to me. He's a number one possession receiver to me. He's not that breakaway speed guy. But guess what? We got another guy for that, Odell Beckham, who'll be back next year. We got franchise tight ends. We got everything except the defense. But that defense will slow down Kansas City and contain them and give us ability to score 51 points and win the game. Trust me, I already know. I can't wait. I love being in the playoffs. I love having a fucking beast team. I love having a fucking beast quarterback. I love having it all. Football season, I've been on YouTube since 2008, and I've had no football to cheer for until this year. It's been biblical. I can't fucking wait till tomorrow. I love it. Football, it's great. You know, even if your team ain't in the playoffs, you gotta love it because I can watch every fucking football game, especially playoff football. This may be the greatest weekend of the year. And then next week will even be better. And then the Super Bowl will even be better. Can't fucking wait. If the Browns make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, let me explain something to you right now. What we did last week against Pittsburgh was better than anything LeBron ever did in basketball. That title he won, trust me, that means nothing. Cleveland Browns winning a playoff game is bigger than that. And if the Browns win the Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck about COVID restrictions or not. The city, there'll be more people downtown than there were with basketball. Trust me, it's a football city. And I'm telling you right now, even with the COVID restrictions, that city will be going nuts, that fucking title. It's going to be crazy, that party. It's a football city. Hey, think about the Cleveland Browns. Everyone wants to talk about Baker Mayfield. Oh, he's not franchised. There's all these fucking clowns out there that don't know football, that think they know football because they were former fucking players. Well, let's look at Baker Mayfield. He comes to a perennial terrible team. 0-16 the year before he comes there. 1-31 the previous 2 years. His first year he goes 7-7. That was his record because he didn't start the first game. I think it was 7-7. 7 and wait. He played 16 games. He played 13. He started 13 or something. Yeah, he was 7-7, right? Next year they go 6-10 because they hired a high school coach that had no business being a head coach, and everything was going wrong in that organization. If you read the backstory on the Cleveland Browns with Freddie Kitchens, no quarterback in the league would have had a winning record with that team. Now they get a fucking regular head coach, a good head coach, a fucking franchise head coach, and they're fucking 12-5, going for 15-5 to win it all. And everyone says, well, he's got to be put in a perfect situation. Go watch Baker Mayfield's rookie year when he had the worst coach in football, Hugh Jackson. Then he had a defensive head coach after they fired Hugh Jackson. Go look at how he threw the football his rookie year. When you see that 27-14, that's what his numbers were, touchdowns, interceptions, you knew that this guy was going to be a superstar. I watched his highlights from the first year and last year's highlights, and I'm going to tell you something. We don't go downfield nearly as much as we did the first year because I'm going to tell you something right now. Antonio Callaway was a beast his first year. Even last year he had his moments, right? I would have loved to pick him up. But you look at Baker Mayfield, the throws he made in his rookie year was just crazy. Yes, he had 14 interceptions, but it was his rookie year. And last year I think he had 21 TDs and 20 interceptions because Freddie Kitchens was a jackass. The offensive line was horrible. And the NFL, well, maybe they had a book on it, but it mostly was due to the part that Freddie Kitchens and the offense was it was in disarray. This year's 26-8. But if you look at Baker Mayfield's first 2 years in the NFL, he was going down the field a lot. Tight ends, we were a different offense because we were stretching the field, using the tight ends. It seemed Njoku was a main factor. Antonio Callaway was a fucking biblical beast. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Baker Mayfield has this team at 12-5. We were a perennial loser since we came back in the NFL, and people still want to question this guy. You still want to question Baker Mayfield? He comes in his rookie year. He goes 7-7 after we went 0-16, 1-31 the previous 2 years. What world do you fucking clowns live in? We were looking for a quarterback for so long. We finally got our franchise guy. The guy's got a cannon arm, and he's a fucking leader, and he's a beast. I can't. This is great. It's just great. We had no hope in football in Cleveland. None whatsoever. Trust me. That's why people outside of Cleveland, when we hear you talk about, oh, he's got to have everything like these clowns, Marcellus Wiley and Bucky Brooks. Bucky Brooks is the biggest fucking clown in football. He's a scout. He played in the NFL like 10 games, played for a total of 27 minutes, right? trying to say the Browns had no shot against Pittsburgh, they were going to get killed. Then they don't say that when they win because they don't know what they're talking about. But Baker has to have everything right for him to succeed. Yeah, I'm sure everything was right when they didn't have their head coach last week. They didn't have the 2 offensive linemen last week. They didn't have like 6 players last week. Everything was right for him. Yeah, you fucking clowns. What happened when Pittsburgh cut the lead to 12? Baker Mayfield expanded it to fucking 19 again. Every time Pittsburgh got close, Baker Mayfield fucking stretched the lead back out to whatever to the he just did. He stretched it out to the point where they couldn't come back, where Pittsburgh is incapable of coming back. So all you clowns outside of Cleveland, keep fucking dissing my quarterback, and I'll tell you what, I'll sit there and laugh when we win the fucking Super Bowl, you fucking idiots. Baker Mayfield came to Cleveland, and we're in the fucking AFC divisional playoffs, about to go to the championship game, about to go to the Super Bowl. It makes me sick to see these former. It seems like Brandon Marshall, Marcellus Wiley, Bucky Brooks, and Steve Smith was visibly upset when asked if Baker Mayfield can hang with the Kansas City Chiefs. He said he was visibly upset. He said that if Baker Mayfield has to throw, he's going to do Baker Mayfield things. Well, every quarterback that has to throw. Hey, Mayfield threw 53 times against the Jets, right? To receivers that weren't even on the roster all year because they were practice squad players because everybody had COVID, right? He didn't have one interception. In the last 11 games, Baker Mayfield's got 19 TDs, 1 interception. He's got 95 quarterback rating 4 times this year. The only other quarterbacks that do that were Patrice Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. When will Mayfield get his respect? Every time Mayfield answers his critics, they stretch the post. They move him back farther. It's hilarious. This guy has the most. He has the most detractors in the NFL, and I think I understand why. Because in the NFL, when he was a rookie, he did come in with a different attitude. I remember I was watching the highlights of the first year, and some guy hit him hard for Tampa Bay, and he went after him. Mayfield's just a different breed. I can't help it. He's cocky, he's arrogant, but he backs it up. So all you former players out there, Steve Smith, I know you're a Hall of Famer, whatever. Baker Mayfield has accomplished more in his 3 short years in Cleveland than you ever did in your NFL. Could you take the Cleveland Browns from 1-31, 0-16 the previous 2 years, 1 year? Could you take them to 7-7 to the playoffs your 3rd fucking year? No, you couldn't. You always had a good situation where you were. So Baker Mayfield, seriously, think about this. In his 3 short years, has done more than you clowns have ever accomplished. Especially Marcellus Wiley and Bucky Brooks. You guys are clowns. And Brandon Marshall, you never made the fucking playoffs. So you guys can keep talking about, he's not a franchise quarterback. He needs everything perfect for him. Yeah, everything was perfect for him last week against fucking Pittsburgh. And what happened? He fucking humiliated Pittsburgh, you fucking clowns. I love the fact. The guy gets... And I hated Mayfield at a point this year because I was getting tired, this and that, but I came around. I'm one of them type guys. I'll love you, I'll hate you, but at the end of the day, I'll always respect you. Baker Mayfield's a fucking stud. We got your back, Baker. Fuck the outside noise, all these fucking ex-players that are, for the life of me, and it seems like they're all African-American former players. I don't get it. The people that know about the sport, the former quarterbacks, they know Baker Mayfield's a franchise quarterback. The only one I will say, Ryan Clark, he's not like these guys. He gives respect when it's due. And I think he realizes that Baker Mayfield's a stud. And he's a former Steeler. Baker Mayfield, think about it. We were fucking terrible until we got this guy. Sure, John Dorsey helped by getting Denzel Ward, Baker Mayfield, and Nick Chubb in that draft. No doubt about it. So I don't want people to sit there and say, John Dorsey, he did fuck the organization up, set him back a year because we were supposed to hire Stefanski last year, but he wanted Freddie Kitchens to be his puppet. So Dorsey did fuck that up, but still, we got Baker Mayfield, and thank God we didn't have them guys like Sashi Brown drafting because we would have never got a quarterback last year, trust me. The guy passed up on Patrice Mahomes and a whole bunch of other quarterbacks. So the bottom line is this. Keep talking the shit out to you former fucking has-been players in Mayfield. Especially you, Steve Smith. You were visibly upset when Chris Rose asked you if Mayfield can hang with the Chiefs. You acted like it was impossible, like you were a scorned ex-girlfriend, you fucking clown. Baker Mayfield, we got your back in Cleveland. And what you've done in 3 years is bigger than LeBron's ever done in Cleveland. That title he won is nothing, trust me. Everyone knows it's a football town. I wish the fans were back. It would have been great. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. We got your back. And Chiefs, we're coming for you.